Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Racquel. This is not a tarot reading. This is actually a discussion on a class that I have been putting up on my YouTube channel. Now, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I upload learning tarot videos. So if you're interested in learning tarot, please look below on my channel and watch the intro videos and the first 3 lessons. Okay? I'm going to try to include the links down in the description box below. Alright, so I didn't have a tarot talk. The first tarot talk last week, I didn't do that because I didn't get any questions. But this time, I thought it would be good to hop on and discuss 2 questions or actually 3, that I received. Okay, so if you are a member of my Facebook group, Easy Intro to Tarot, on Facebook, I post notes from each of the videos. Like I post them up in that group. Well, I wrote this word querent, or whatever you call it. And in the tarot world, somebody wanted to know what querent meant. Well, querent is your client, the person that you're reading for. So some people say querent, some people say client. Sometimes when I'm doing my notes, I'll say both. But yeah, so that's basically what it is. A querent or querent is the person that you are reading for. Okay. And the next question that I got was, what's the difference between oracle reading and tarot reading? Well, oracle reading, you really basically just focus on the energy around that is that querent or that client. That is your client. It's their energy, what energy is being lent to them for the certain situation that they're facing. And it's basically, the oracle decks, they go from anywhere between, I've seen as low as 25 cards to as high as like 55 cards or so. So they're a little bit less than a tarot deck. And you'll see in my readings that I do use oracle cards, but like a lot of oracle cards, they'll tell you the meaning of the card at the bottom. Yes, they do come with books. They do come with books to delve into the meaning further, but or to make you think of something, to broaden your perspective of the card. But it's basically, they have the meanings, they tell you the meanings underneath of there, and, they usually have a title and some cool picture. They're usually a little bit thicker or wider than a tarot deck. But yeah, I use those when I give tarot readings for general overall messages of the readings and sometimes for parting advice. But oracle cards are basically just your querents or your client's energy, and what the energy is in and around your client, what their advice is, what's the overall of their energy. They're a little bit easier to read, to pick up on. If you want to start easy, it's a good thing to start with oracle cards because it gets you into the flow of meditation and talking to your guides and really letting the messages come through. It really gets you into the practice of doing that. And the readings tend to be a little bit quicker. But start however you want to start. I started with tarot, but I have picked up on oracle because I like I like giving an overall message or overall energy to the reading. And I like to give advice as well. And I just find like it's nice and awesome to see like the meaning on the oracle card. So that's what oracle cards are. And how you read them. You read them by the person's energy, what's going on in the person's energy field. All right. So tarot is a little bit different. It's a little bit more complicated because you're not only reading your current or client's energy, you're reading all the energies involved in the situation that your client is in. So you could be reading energy of a boss of the client. That can show up in the reading. You can be reading the energy of the client's significant other. That can show up in a reading. But it's not just your client's energy. It's like everybody that's around your client that's involved in that particular situation, plus the energies of that situation, if that makes any sense. So it is a little bit more difficult because sometimes that's why a lot of tarot readers will tell you that however it resonates with you, because the current or the client, especially if they're a new client and you're a reader and you really don't have a good grasp on their energy yet, it's hard for the reader to differ from the client's energy and the other energies involved. So unless you have like a regular client where you know their energy really good, you have to let them know to take it how it resonates. Sometimes you can flip the energies around and fit it into your story or into the message that is given. Yeah, so that's basically the difference between oracle reading and tarot reading. Tarot's a little bit more complex. There's 78 cards, and like they only have like a name or they have a number. Okay, so those are the differences between the two, between oracle and tarot. Tarot's a little more complex, but there are some similarities. One, you're reading energy. So you have to go about the process the same way. You have to clear your space. You have to meditate for a good 15 minutes before you start reading to really calm down your mind and let the messages come in. And not only that, if you notice, let me see some oracle decks, like my energy oracles deck, will have numbers. Okay? And so do the tarot. So sometimes you can like look at a number sequence like with the oracle cards and in your tarot cards and say, oh, well, that is the energy that this is about, because there's a lot of 4s here or there's a lot of 7s here. That's what this energy is about. So they both follow they both follow numerology. They use numerology in their cards. There are some oracle decks that don't follow numerology, like the Sacred Traveler doesn't have, any numbers on it. But you can see in this one, it's got like two trees, okay, and then it's got a path that splits off into 2 up here, all right? So, I equate this card to two, like having to, get to a crossroads and having to navigate which path to take. So, I mean, in the oracle decks that don't have numerology, you can always look for the numbers in the images. But that's getting off topic. We're not learning oracle decks here. We're learning tarot. But I just wanted to let you know that they do have some similarities. They both work with energy and they both work with numerology. Um, let's see, what else? I think that's it for the differences and their likes. So, depending on you as a reader, you can incorporate oracle decks into your cards, or you just do tarot, or you just do oracle. All right. So then I had another question, and the other question was, what are pip cards, court cards, and major arcana? All right. So the pip cards, those are the numbered cards. They are the action cards. So they go from ace to 10. And it's basically each number from 1 to 10, it's numerology. There is certain energies for each number. So you take those energies for each number and see, like ace is all about new beginnings. Okay. That's what number 1 is, the start of a new cycle. So that's the energy that one's on to a reading. It's like a fresh new start. Okay. But then you got to take in the suits and what energies the suit brings. And that'll tell you the action of the card that you're having. All right. And pip cards are all about the action that is being taken here. So you take the number and you take the suits, and it'll give you the action of the card. Okay. So that's what pip cards are. They're the action. Major arcana, that's the major energy that's lent to a situation, or the major energies that's lent to a situation. So if you have a lot of major arcana, it's like the universe really wants you to take action here. You really need to pay attention here, because this is a lot of energy. If you get a spread where there's one or no major arcana, and it's all pip cards, it's basically, sorry, there's a squirrel going berserk behind me. But it's basically just like, it's like a mundane action, I guess. It's like mundane, Court cards. Court cards mean two things. They can mean a person, depending on who the court card represents, or it could represent an energy. Okay. Or it could represent a person that is carrying that energy. So, court cards are a little bit more complex, because like pip cards are action, major arcana are like the major energies that are lent to the situation, right? And the pip cards are the action in the situation. The court cards usually are the people in the situation, but sometimes they can be energy. So I hope I didn't confuse you too much. I want to do these tarot talks to try to explain. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave your questions in the comments below the videos, and I will check them and I will answer as quickly as I can. If you want your questions explained on air, through tarot talk videos, you can just email me. My email is in the description box, and it's in most of the description boxes of all my videos. You can just email me your question. I like to get them in the Thursday morning before, the Wednesday by Wednesday night. I like to have them in by Wednesday night, because I like to plan what I'm going to say in my videos and what questions I'm going to pick to talk about. Okay, so if you want to do that, then go ahead. All right, so what's up for next week? Well, next week, I'm going to give you guys a little break from learning the cards, because we kind of went pretty fast. I did the zodiac and how they relate to the major arcana. I think I did that the first week. And then the second week, I did the major arcana. So I kind of want to give you guys a little time, a little break to digest that, to really get that in, and to try to get all your exercises in. So next week it's not going to be so much of learning the cards. I'm going to do a meditation video on Tuesday, and I'm going to tell you um, good ways to meditate before your tarot readings, because you should always do that before you do any type of like card reading or whatever, to get yourself in tune with the divine. I'm going to tell you about how to do that. I'm going to tell you about the setup, what you need to have on your table, what most readers like to have on their table, because every reader is different. Not every reader uses crystals. Not every reader uses sage. You should. you should use sage or Palo Santo. But I'm going to show you the setup and how to clear your space. And then after the tarot reading, what you should do after the tarot reading, and what you do if there is any lingering energy that you couldn't get rid of, what you need to do about that. So that'll be on Tuesday. I'm going to put out that meditation video. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to do a tarot ethics and etiquette ethics and etiquette video. And keep in mind, these videos will not have any homework with them, or any I'll put notes. I will put notes in the description box like I always do. But they will not have any homework. So it's kind of just like a relaxed, free, like type thing. Okay. But the ethics, I'm going to do the ethics video on what should I tell them everything that's in the reading? Should I not tell them? Should I sugarcoat stuff? Is it okay to read for somebody who doesn't know I'm reading for them? There's a fine line right there. What else? Let's see. Because I'm going to be recording them in a couple of minutes here. So, how to talk to your clients, how, is it tacky to constantly be checking the time, privacy. What else am I going to be talking about in the ethics? Oh, about giving all your power to a reading, stuff like that. So there's going to be some juicy stuff in that ethics video. And every reader is different, and we all make up our own code of ethics when it comes to tarot. But these are like my codes, the ones that I follow. And I mean, there are others out there that you should also look up and see if they're right for you, because like I personally, I don't read for health. I do not like to read for health, because I'm the type of person that what I see in the cards, I tell you straight to your face, whatever I see. I don't sugarcoat anything. All right. And if I read health, that's going to go against me as a reader, because I'm going to look at it, and if I see that somebody is going to fall gravely ill, I don't want to impart that kind of news onto them. So, I don't read for health. I don't read for death. So, there's certain things, it depends on how comfortable you are, what you're comfortable with, and how you're comfortable with in certain things. So that's basically what we're going to talk about in the ethics video. Well, I think I answered all the questions that I got. If there is any questions that you can think of, please email me at journeysthroughthedivine@gmail.com. Like I said, it's in the description box. And maybe I will be talking about your question on the next Tarot Talk. All right. Bye, everybody. I hope you have an awesome weekend.